YouTube, how the heck we doing today, guys? It is your boy Rikar here, and we're just gonna do a little bit different video today. We're just spectating some solos here, but we're really just here to talk. So, the main thing that people have been asking me in the live stream since the big reveal event is, should you be excited for Call of Duty Vanguards? I almost said Cold War, because that was not something to be excited about. But I think there is a lot to be excited for in Call of Duty Vanguards. So going forward, Call of Duty Vanguards, I'm going to talk about both Warzone and multiplayer because there's a lot to go into with between the two of them, because as we know, there's going to be some kind of gap where we can only play multiplayer with the new stuff, most likely, even though there is leaks saying that we're going to get a couple of the guns right off the rip, but I don't know how that's going to work. But so I'm going to start off with multiplayer here, because multiplayer is obviously where Call of Duty started. It's something that really does keep the series alive if, say, Warzone dies. Like, Call of Duty's never going to die, but Warzone, the BR, it could die at some point. At this point, I don't think it's going to for a long time, but it's definitely possible. Oh my jeez, these guys are horrible. Maybe I shouldn't have killed myself in this game. Maybe I gotta drop like a 50 bomb. But back to multiplayer here, guys. So multiplayer, there's a lot of things that I'm excited about going forward here. Obviously, the big one is an anti-cheat. It's going to be on both multiplayer and Warzone. And with an anti-cheat, that helps me think that there is going to be an official ranked playlist that is like actually fun to play. So I never, like, I don't know if I've ever told you guys there on the YouTube channel, I have always been like a big ranked Call of Duty grinder. Even in Cold War, I got the highest rank in the game, and then I didn't even put it on the here. I was going to do a whole series on it. It took me 12 games, because I got placed in the second, the highest rank, won like 10 out of 12 games that week, and then got placed into the highest one the next week. So I never even touched the game again. I went and played it again today, and I was like, let's just test it out so we like kind of have a feel on it, so I have a little bit more of knowledge before I made this video. The league play was horrible. Like, just the worst playlist I've ever played. Like, 90% of the Cold War maps that are being used in League play are Black Ops 2 maps. So it's like, what did you, like, you didn't make any good maps. The game only released with 10 maps, which brings me into the fact of Vanguards is releasing with 20 maps, 16 multiplayer maps, and 4 of the new mode that they're coming out, which is like going to be like a hybrid BR mode, is the rumors. So I'm really excited to test that mode out, but I'm more excited about 16 multiplayer maps. And the reason they're able to do so many maps, guys, is, I'll bring this up on the screen real quick for you. They have 5 different developers working on Call of Duty Vanguard. So obviously some of these, they're using these resources in different spots and whatnot. So I don't know who's working on exactly what between Warzone and multiplayer and all that, but having 5 developers, this is something I've always said. Well, this isn't even talking about, is Sledgehammer even here? They're high noon, right? I don't even know. It's supposed to be Sledgehammer though. So, they're supposed to be on here. I think it's High Moon on here. I could be wrong though. Maybe it's Beanox. I forget what their logo is. But thing I've always wanted them to do in the past is to just basically take every developer and make an awesome Call of Duty. Obviously, you're paying these developers like every other year, and you're probably gonna have to pay more. But how much money does Call of Duty make? You know, they make billions. You can work with both developers and make a great game, because every developer does things right. Like Treyarch has always done colors and maps for the most part. I think they dropped the ball a lot in Cold War, even though I don't know what they developed exactly. I think Raven did most of the multiplayer, so I don't know exactly on that. But Treyarch's always done great with colors and camos and just like overall content. Infinity Ward has always had the best gun feel. They've never dropped the ball on that. All the way back to the original Modern Warfare Call of Duty 4, they had amazing gunplay. Sledgehammer does like things that no one else does. Like in this Call of Duty coming up, like the map's going to, like, if you throw a grenade, the map's going to leave a hole on the wall. Like they've done that kind of stuff before in like World War II, and like I don't know how much I love it for like competitive Call of Duty, but it definitely leaves a spot for like just different stuff. Like Sledgehammer does different stuff well. And so this guy doesn't want to be in a fight so bad he ran away from a free gunfight. But so they do that well. Raven seems to be very much on top of like trying to just consistently update games. Like they're doing really good, in my opinion, on balancing weapons in Warzone. Yes, we've seen some broken weapons, but that's pretty much expected when you integrate an entire like gun. Like you're combining, this is the thing I'm worried about with Warzone, and we'll get to it, but like you're combining Modern Warfare weapons, you're combining Cold War weapons, and now you're going to be combining World War II weapons. So it's like, where's the balance in this? Plus, like, hopefully Raven does a great job on that. And I don't know what they're going to be doing in the multiplayer. I'm sure they'll be doing some gun balancing and stuff in that testing, because that seems what they're like really good at. But it really is making me nervous to see that there's going to be like 150 guns. Like right now, I think there's like 92 guns or 102 guns. I forget how many exactly. They just added more. So there's like 100 guns basically in Warzone right now. And they're going to add, they haven't said how many guns yet, but I imagine in a World War II game, we're going to get at least 25 new guns. At least. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that exactly. I think it's going to be really hard to balance it going into Warzone. I think they'll balance it fine in multiplayer. As all multiplayers end up happening, there usually is like 2 to 4 guns that are just better than other ones, and you'll see those ones, and they'll nerf some, and they'll not let you use some of them in pro play. And I really have high hopes for Call of Duty Vanguards for pro play. I think that right now there is not enough mechanics in the game in Cold War to like really get excited about the game. Like the movement in it's a very boring. Slide canceling was horrible in Modern Warfare. They pretty much got rid of the slide canceling in other than like for like crossing spots and maps. Like you're not shooting and slide canceling in Cold War. So thank God they got rid of that. But slide canceling in Warzone is obviously going to continue to be a thing, because they already came out and said that the playlist is going to be or not the playlist, the game's going to be developed on the Modern Warfare 2019 engine. So, which I think is a fine engine. I'm hoping they fix the colors. Obviously, you're looking at it right now through, I have to have a filter on the game to make it look good for you guys, but it looks horrible on my screen. So that's not great, but hopefully they end up fixing that, because it's obvious that it looks bad. Like everyone knows it looks bad, just like give it to us, fix it. So only thing that really worries about me running on that engine is obviously they're building the anti-cheat to that engine, so I'm perfectly fine with that. Like we'll be okay on that front, but it's so unoptimized, guys. Like look at this. I have a 2080 Super in my computer that I get 240 frames if I go play Fortnite right now, and like 90% of the part of the game. I go play League of Legends, I get over 200 frames. Right now I'm at 130, and that's not even me playing the game. This is like standing still. Like I can maybe hit 140. And usually it, like some people are gonna say, oh, you're spoiled, blah blah blah, first world problems. I understand, but like I paid over $2,000 and built this computer myself. I know what this computer can do in other games. Like there's no reason for this game not to be optimized at this point. This guy's stupid for challenging that. Yep, I knew that was coming. But it's very interesting to see what they are really going to do on that front. Oh my God, I need to be in this lobby right now. Of course, I leave the game where it's a bunch of bots. But I want to see them optimize the game. Hopefully, the new map has some really good optimizations in it. I always think like the way they do the zone is like ruins some optimization. If you get to end game zones, you don't get as many frames, because like they want it to look like actual gas on the map, and it's like you don't need that. There's no reason for that. The birds flying around, there's no reason to have birds. There's just a lot of little things they can get rid of. Like there's no reason for some of the textures they put in. Obviously people like the realisticness of Call of Duty and those kind of graphics, but I don't think there's any gain to the actual value of the game. That's why you see games like Apex, Valorant, they do like the cartoony-ish graphics just so they can optimize the game for more people to play, because there's a lot of people out there that really can't run this game that well. I know my brother has a computer that's a few years old, probably like 5 years old, and he struggles to run this game at like 70 frames, and it's still like a pretty expensive computer when he bought it. I think it was like $1,800 at the time, and it runs every other game fine. So that's something I am concerned about. But for multiplayer and Warzone, I think with the anti-cheat coming in, it leaves no reason for a ranked mode, and I think that's something to get really excited about. I think that with an anti-cheat built into the game, obviously there's going to be some bumps in the road. We've seen Activision, like Call of Duty is known for like bumps in the road, so I'm sure the anti-cheat's not going to be great at the beginning, but the fact that they have any sort of anti-cheat is going to help a lot. And then we can go and they can fine tune it, and then you can give us a ranked mode. I don't know what ranked would look like in Warzone. I don't know if it'd be like super fun or not, but I know for me personally, I would love to go grind a ranked, like a legit ranked playlist that's like back in the World War II one. Like that was the only ranked playlist I've ever played that's like actually like a true ladder system. I want to know who the best players in the world are. I want to know that 14-year-old crack kid that's better than all the pro players. Like I want to know who that person is and let them get famous because they're at the top of the leaderboard. So that's something I'm really excited for. But obviously a ranked mode in Warzone, it would really make pubs more fun to play. So because obviously there's people out there that, like, if you guys see it in Fortnite and Apex, people still play pubs to go like pub stomp. Like pub stomping's a real thing in those games. Warzone, there's no such thing as pub swamping. There's just this. And at this point, I think people would get more excited to see a 6-kill game in a ranked match versus a 30-kill game in a Warzone game. So just from someone that watches content, like I don't really get excited when I hear Booyah drop the 30 bomb. It's like, congrats, you got an easy lobby. Like you're cracked at the game, but you're not doing this against like the same people as you. You're gonna get sniped in the face, bro. But yeah, so I'm excited on that front. I don't know. I think that the big things that you want to take away from this video today, because I am kind of trying to wrap this up. I don't want it to get going too long. The big takeaways for me is going to be the fact that they're using multiple developers, something they've never done before. Lots of multiplayer maps, because obviously, like I said earlier, multiplayer is probably the biggest thing. Anti-cheat's huge, because ideally we're going to see some ranked modes. Hopefully, with those ranked modes, we can maybe see some online tournaments that people can actually qualify for that aren't just like pro players that are sponsored getting invites and stuff like that like they're doing currently, because that makes tournaments really boring to watch. It makes it great for those guys because they can make a living doing this stuff and whatnot for the consistency, but I would like to see the best players in the world compete. And then on top of that, since we have the champs going on right now, I would love to see the CDL with some new mechanics. I know they're adding like a free firing mechanic in Vanguards where you can basically look at this wall and not look over it, so you can like stick your arm up above it. Don't know how that's gonna work. There's gonna be a new mounting system where, you know, when you mount in this game, you basically are stuck in like a little radius. Apparently with the new mounting system, you're gonna be able to look a little bit wider. So I'm very excited for that, because I think everyone's been in that situation where it's like, why can't I just look a little bit further to the right here? Like, it wouldn't be an issue in person. So that's a great change that they're going to be making. But yeah, I think that's just about it, guys. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I think everyone should be excited for Vanguards right now. Obviously, in a perfect world, we'd get a slightly futuristic map, or like futuristic game in general, and that's what we would get, and everyone would be a little bit more excited with like advanced warfare mechanics where you have an actual movement mechanic that makes hitting shots harder. That would be the dream in my opinion, but I don't think that they're going to be coming out with that anytime soon, because obviously we're going to World War II. So I'm not expecting anything too crazy, but they could add something like some kind of, I saw Rallied, I think today during the CDL, was talking about like some kind of like, let us take some kind of pill or something that makes us run really fast, so you can have like different changes and like make you run really quick and you heal quicker, something like that. Some kind of specialist ability that you can make that happen with. I absolutely hated Operator, so I hope they never bring that back, but I don't know, man. There is a lot to be excited about. I think, is this guy a cheater? I feel like every cheater I've ever watched has that. Interesting. But yeah, guys, just a little bit different video today. I know I'm just kind of talking and not really getting much out of it, but I hope you guys do enjoy this kind of stuff. I'm trying to be more like personable with you guys. I want to be able to show my, if you don't come out to the live streams, you guys don't know, I get it all the time when people come out to the live streams. They're like, your streams and your videos are so different. You're like, we don't ever get to see who you are as a person. And I'm like, I know, like I really am just someone that loves sports. I like to bullshit with the boys and like have a good time. And so we like to talk it up. If you guys haven't been out to a live stream, I do live stream just about 4 to 6 times a week, mattering on the week and all that good stuff. If you guys did make it this far in the video, I do want to let you guys know that with Vanguards coming out on November 5th, I will not be here for the release. As long as COVID doesn't go crazy, I actually have a Hawaii trip planned, which I am ecstatic for, because it's going to be the last trip with me and my wife before we get to go into parenthood. We're having a kid in the beginning of next year, and so that shouldn't affect the YouTube channel at all. Hopefully we'll be able to go full-time with this someday. That's really my goal in life right now, along with being a great dad and a great husband. So we're going to keep continuing not to sleep and get migraines probably every other week. But we'll figure it out as it goes, guys. Yeah, I love you guys. Thank you guys to anyone that did hang around, watch the video. I know this isn't my typical loadouts helping you guys with a meta because there was an update today. I'll tell you guys the gun that this guy's using right now are the 2 best guns in the game, the EM2 and the OTS. So there's a little hint at the video I'm going to drop probably either tomorrow or the next day. But appreciate the heck out of you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Make sure you guys do sub to the channel. If you guys are new here, like the video and comment below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.